Ladies and gentlemen, it's Papa T here at JCT 92.G Radio, coming at you via the airwaves of WKYSS Radio. As you know, it launches throughout the entire world. And from Georgia, we have with us today a Georgia Peach and one Danielle White, who is also the model of the week for JCT Television. She's making major moves. She's actually slated to be getting shot, and I don't mean shot, but doing a photo shoot for a couple of magazines in the next month. With that being said, my cohort today, the outstanding CEO of Co-Media Infinity Media, and he'll pronounce that right, I'm sure, is none other than Jose Coco Velez. Jose, how are you today?
I'm doing great today, sir. Thank you.
Outstanding.
It's Co-Infinity Media, but at this point, I go with whatever because at least it's in the people's mind, and it's not really so much about building the brand because I like being connected to other people like JCT. And
Indeed.
It's more of just another name for the business. You know what I mean? That's like a small part to me. The brand is small. The message and the movement we're doing is bigger.
Outstanding. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to actually bring in none other than the outstanding and sensational, lovely and beautiful Miss Danielle White. Danielle, how are you today?
Hi, I am wonderful.
Marvelous. I have with me one, Mr. Jose Coco Velez. He's taking an interest in you as a model as well. I'm doing my best to connect as many people and cultivate and stimulate interest so that we can blow you up as quickly as possible.
Yes, that sounds awesome.
Okay, Mr. Velez, before I go in hard, I want you to, if you have any questions for the lovely Danielle?
I'd say hello, hey, what's going on, Danielle? I've seen some of the photos. I like what you're doing out there. You definitely are bringing a professional look to the modeling.
Thank you.
I want to congratulate you on coming to the right place for it because this is where you're going to advance yourself to take the necessary steps to be a superstar in your own way. So congratulations.
Thank you, and it's nice to meet you too.
Now, Danielle, I'm going to go in and ask the questions I know that all of the other casting agents, directors, and photographers and other folks in the media is going to want to hear on your web page. And the first question is, how long have you been modeling?
I have been modeling for about 5 years. Not true successful, but, pretty much with the small stuff like local things, but yeah, I've been grinding for about 5 years.
Okay, and when you say the small things, tell us some of the things that you've done so far. I know that if they're listening to this conversation, moving into the future and moving forward, they'll also be able to view your bio, so they'll know those things, but hearing them, it takes it to a whole nother degree. So tell us some of the things that you actually have done in the modeling industry thus far.
So far I have won a contest back in 2012. I've done work for a apparel company called First Verse. They're a New York company. I just shot with them a little bit, I think in November of last year. And then I've been in 2 fashion shows, one in Atlanta and one in Macon. And then I've done just some local photography just to build my portfolio. And so I've got a little something under my belt. So I'm hoping to expand that this year.
Okay. Well, I think that we mentioned the name Catherine Schuller here. She's the first major face of plus-size modeling. Still beautiful at her age. Her husband was the creator of Captain America, the Marvel. And we think that maybe we'll see if we can get you in one of her, what they call non-exclusive runway shows here in New York. It's always at a major venue, and maybe that right there will be something that would catapult you into the eyesight of some of the major designers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Tell us, looking forward in the next 6 months, where would you like to actually be in the industry?
To where 2 words: booked and busy.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to be traveling. I don't want to put a limit on my expectations, my goals. I want to try to get into all sides of the industry: fashion, editorial, print, glamour. Work with different people, even different models, and just expand myself, grow outside of what I've been doing.
One of the things that we teach here, one of the first things, and it seems as though we're going to be managing you, one of the first things that we teach is to remove that word try from your vocabulary, because the world depended on trying to get around it, would never get around it, be too busy trying. We are a lot like the Nike principle. We believe in just make it do what it do. Just do it.
Definitely. Yeah.
Also, thinking on that regards that you said you are looking to expand and travel and so forth, and you don't want to put a limitation on your career. One of the reasons that we ask that question about 6 months or 3 months is to see if your vision is where it needs to be. And you never put a limitation on your vision, on your future or anything, because we only accomplish and become what we can envision.
Right.
Do you have any questions or anything you'd like to ask?
I like that she's pushing forward. She said being booked and busy. That's a good way to look at where she wants to be. Mm-hmm. I would like to just throw in there my 2 cents. Since I started working with you, I really came into the learning about what's important in not only this industry, but I guess in business all around. And it was always about loyalty.
Indeed.
Now it's like a big issue. I don't know if it's always been, but since my part of being into the business, especially in modeling, there's I don't want to say lack of loyalty, but more of models just wanting to be seen in what's big right now and not really staying dedicated to the cause of a certain name that they're with or the company that they're with. It's just they're looking for, I guess, a selfish way of going about the modeling business, wanting to be in the most popular thing. But sometimes the next big thing isn't always in what's most popular now. Especially us, we're never looking to be what's hot right now. We're always looking for the next big thing and being able to push that to where it's supposed to be.
Okay, so what I'm looking for and looking at from what you said there is that a lot of folks have limited visions, and they can only see short-term gratification rather than looking for long-term gratification. And you need to always have your sights on the prize, the big picture, and look down the line and look and see, I want my career to be built on a solid foundation. So if you don't build it on a solid foundation, the story of the 3 little pigs, you will be one of those that built it either out of straw or mud or something of that like, but definitely not brick. So if you're not dedicated and you're not loyal, that will be detected, especially by professionals, and then it will cause your demise. Because you set that own bar and that own scale and level for yourself. But with that being said, what I want to do now is actually give the folks a little bit of MO on you. Give them your measurements.
Okay, well, I'm 5'6". I am about 129. My chest is 34. My hips are 27, and I'm sorry, my waist is 27, and my hips are 38.
Okay.
See what else? Dress size is 6. Wear a small top.
Okay.
And I think that covers
Okay.
it.
Shoe size?
Shoe size is 8.5.
8.5. Okay. All right. Now, given the opportunity, right, and this is the big question for you right here. Given the opportunity and the availability, right, to maneuver or manipulate, say, 2 magazines, television, as well as radio and live events, how would you utilize that to actually escalate yourself in 30 days to become a major star in the modeling industry?
One key thing that I would do is make sure that people know my name. Like, they remember me from the fashion show. They remember that girl from the fashion shoot. market myself. Let everybody, see what I bring to the table. And, that's one of the main things I do. And to stay consistent, use these things to show other people, advertise myself. Just market. And
I'm going to say this. I'm going to interject. One thing I'm going to say here, because for any other talents that's listening here, and also for you producers, designers, agents, and so forth that tune into Miss Danielle's page, know that moving forward, Danielle's concept and attitude would be that she will become more known and that she will be booked for more gigs, because she's going to be that chick that will actually make your brand, your name, your product, and your service remembered more than any other model. And that's the concept of a model, and that's a model's job. Jose, would you like to add anything in closing?
I just want to say, in that same sense, you gave your description of yourself, and we can visualize it, we can see it. We want to see more of it, but also the being able to reinvent yourself and reinvent the image of what a model is. That's very important, I would say. How would you describe your style, and where do you want to bring your style, and what do you want to get? What kind of image do you want to put out to the people?
For me, it'll definitely be versatile, but also I want to bring more confidence to the industry, not just with the sex appeal, but, show people that you can be sexy, with not being so revealing or saying what you think you're supposed to say, and, just be yourself, be authentic. Like, I would bring my authenticity, my just my style that I think a lot of people, not just people in the industry, but other models could be inspired by and relate to.
Wow, outstanding. Did she answer that question?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Sounds good.
With that being said, Miss Danielle, it has been a pleasure. I'm here sounding off and saying, have a blessed evening. I look forward to continuing to cultivate, motivate, and hopefully stimulate interest in you, Danielle, the model, and not only the model, but the human conscious concept, spreading success and confidence throughout the industry.
It is.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much to both of you. I hope much success this year, and thank you guys for having me.
Yep.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Success awaits us, folks. As in always, this is Pop T here at JCT 92.G Radio, along with the cohort, none other than Mr. Jose Coco Velez, making it do what it do. And we're going to continue to bring you those models, because that is the new image that we're building moving forward in 2019, to give every model the opportunity to say that they had a decent break. What they did with it will be revealed in what will be seen of them in the future. Because Jose told you, loyalty is the key, and if you break that code, then you're heading down that road that all of those who have broke that code in the past has followed. Success awaits us. Keep it coming, folks.